Amidst the tumultuous backdrop of World War II, Sweden stood as a bastion of neutrality in a continent ravaged by conflict. Despite its geographic proximity to the warring powers and significant economic ties, Sweden managed to navigate the treacherous waters of international diplomacy, preserving its independence while providing humanitarian aid and refuge to those affected by the war. Neutrality and preparedness. Sweden's policy of neutrality dates back to the early 19th century, and it was reaffirmed at the outbreak of World War II. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Per Albin Hansson, Sweden declared itself neutral, vowing not to take sides in the conflict. However, this neutrality was not passive. Sweden undertook extensive preparations to defend its territory and maintain its sovereignty in the event of an invasion. Despite its non-belligerent status, Sweden maintained a sizable military force and bolstered its defenses along its borders. The Swedish government also implemented strict censorship measures and rationing to safeguard national security and prevent internal unrest. Humanitarian aid and diplomacy. Throughout World War II, Sweden played a crucial role as a humanitarian actor, providing aid and assistance to both Allied and Axis countries. Sweden served as a transit point for refugees fleeing Nazi persecution, offering asylum to thousands of Jews and other refugees escaping the horrors of the Holocaust. Swedish diplomat Raoul Wallenberg's heroic efforts in saving tens of thousands of Hungarian Jews are particularly noteworthy. In addition to humanitarian aid, Sweden pursued a policy of active diplomacy, seeking to mediate conflicts and mitigate tensions between warring powers. Swedish diplomats engaged in shuttle diplomacy, facilitating communication and negotiations between Allied and Axis governments. Sweden's neutrality and reputation for impartiality made it a trusted intermediary in international affairs. Economic realities and compromises. Despite its official neutrality, Sweden's economy was deeply intertwined with the warring powers. Sweden exported iron ore, ball bearings, and other essential goods to both sides, providing critical resources for the war effort. While these exports were essential for Sweden's economy, they also raised moral and ethical questions about Sweden's neutrality. Sweden's economic ties with Nazi Germany in particular have been a subject of controversy and debate. Critics argue that Sweden's trade with Germany prolonged the war and contributed to the Nazi war machine. However, others contend that Sweden's exports were essential for maintaining its own security and independence. Legacy and reflection. Sweden's experience in World War II remains a topic of reflection and introspection. While the country's neutrality spared it from the devastation of war, it also raised questions about moral responsibility and the limits of neutrality in the face of humanitarian crises. Sweden's role as a humanitarian actor and mediator during World War II continues to shape its national identity and foreign policy, serving as a reminder of the importance of compassion, diplomacy, and international cooperation in times of conflict.